Is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate worth your money? You're about to find out.
I must wait a moment.
What's up, everybody? This is Fred Richani of TSC. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We're here to give our thoughts on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for the year 2024 and beyond. And man, there's a lot going on in the world of Microsoft. Not all of it is very good. You have, of course, the big headline of the price increase. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate was originally $14.99 a month. Then it went to $17.99 a month. And now, by the time you probably watch this, it'll be at $19.99 per month, which means if you're in the States like me, you'll be paying up to $20 a month for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Now, I'm not going to sit here and belabor all the different tiers of Game Pass because they're adding yet another tier called Standard, and it's about to get a lot more confusing. So since I've been subscribed to Ultimate, I'm going to go over that one. That is the highest tier of Xbox Game Pass. And what does that include? Well, that includes over 100 different games on console, PC, and the cloud. You get various deals, discounts, and perks. Of course, you get the online multiplayer, RIP Xbox Live, and you get membership to EA Play, Electronic Arts' official subscription service, which also, by the way, is going up in price if you subscribe individually because it's 2024 and that's what freaking happens these days. Anyway, on top of that, the ultimate, no pun intended, perk that you get is day one games, meaning games such as, say, Starfield, or if Xbox decides to release a Gear 6 or a new Forza or a new Halo, LOL, you can play that game on day one, or actual upcoming games like Indiana Jones. That you can play day one, and that is the only tier for console gamers where you can play brand new games at day one. That is a very important distinction. Yes, there's Xbox Game Pass Core. Yes, there's Game Pass PC, but that's only for PC players. But if you're a console gamer primarily, like myself, Ultimate is what you're looking for if you're looking for day one games. Now the question is, should I sign up? Well, that's what we're going to dive into right now. How to access Game Pass first and foremost. You can go on Xbox's website and you can go to xbox.com and just click around, sign up for Game Pass. And actually, if you sign up for Ultimate, your first 14 days are only $1, and then it's $19.99 per month, which, yeah, it is a far cry from the $14.99 that it used to be. And then when it comes to being on your console, press the Xbox button in the middle of your controller, go all the way down, and then you have Game Pass right here. You click on that, and it'll show you all that you get with the Game Pass. And if you scroll through, you'll see some of the latest editions as well as all the different collections. So let's just go through and see what you got right here. So we have the recently added at the time I'm recording this, which includes the critically acclaimed Neon White, The Case of the Golden Idol, Cricket 24, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, FC 24, the SteamWorld Dig series, Robin Hood Sherwood Builders, Still Wakes the Deep, which I heard is awesome. The Callisto Protocol, which I gotta say, it ain't Dead Space, but it's actually pretty fun. We got Octopath Traveler, not 1, but Octopath Traveler 2 as well. Lords of the Fallen, the brand new one. Humanity, Hellblade 2, Immortals, Brothers. The list goes on. And then as you can see right here, there's a number of games coming very soon to Xbox Game Pass. You got Magical Delicacy. You got Flintlock. Dungeons of Hinterberg. You got Kunitsugami, Age of Mythology, and of course the big one, yes, Microsoft has decided to activate the nuclear option when it comes to getting Game Pass subscribers, and will be adding Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the cross-gen bundle, on Game Pass at day one launch, which is huge, because Call of Duty, of course, is normally what? Between $70 to $100, depending on the version you get. You get to play it with your Game Pass subscription. Now, you may only want to sign up for a month. You may want to keep it all year round. It really depends on your gaming needs and if Xbox is your primary console. You see right here, they have a play later option right here where you could, let's just say I want to revisit Cricket down the road, right? I can click this, press X, and add it to play later. It's kind of like your watch later on YouTube or adding it to your list on Netflix. You have your most popular games that are currently available on Game Pass right here. Those include Minecraft, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, MLB The Show 24, Forza Horizon 5, NBA 2K 24, Madden 24, which is also part of EA Play, Fallout 4, Halo Infinite, Skate 3, UFC 4, Gang Beasts, the Nickelodeon game, FC 24, formerly FIFA, Among Us, Farming Simulator, Pal World, Sea of Thieves, Dead by Daylight, and Fallout 76. Something to keep in mind too, first-party / in-house Xbox games rarely leave the service. Obviously, there's always exceptions, but what does that mean? That means any game like, say, Minecraft or Forza, Gears, Halo, any of the Bethesda titles, because of course now they own Bethesda. A lot of the Activision titles are now a part of Game Pass and should, at least for the foreseeable future, stay there. Now, they haven't added everything from the Activision side of things, but with Bethesda, I'm pretty sure they have mostly everything. Now you have your day one releases. These are all the games that people got to play on day one of their respective releases here. So I think I went through a few of them already. We got, of course, Starfield, Still Wakes the Deep, Hellblade 2, MLB The Show, which was big because that used to be a PlayStation exclusive, Tunic, Open Roads, Botany Mayor, Crusader Kings 3, Persona 3 Reloaded, Pal World, Turnip Boy, Dungeons 4, Spirity, Persona 5 Tactic, Sniper Elite 5, SteamWorld Build, Like a Dragon, Football Manager, Thirsty Suitors, Lonely Mountains, A Plague Tale Requiem, Headbangers, Paw Patrol, The Lamplighters League, Dark Tide, of course, the Forza series, Spider-Heck, Cocoon, Payday 3, Lies of P, Disney's Dreamlight Valley, Sea of Stars, which is a fantastic game if you haven't played it already, Power Wash Simulator, Quake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Citizen Sleeper, Redfall, which, went by the wayside, Hi-Fi Rush, which is a fantastic game, but they laid off the studio anyway. I don't get corporate. Atomic Heart, Minecraft Legends, Soccer Story, Somerville, Pentiment, Scorn, Unpacking, Slime Rancher, Neon Abyss, Dusk Falls, Slay the Spire, You Suck at Parking, Shadowrun, Tabs, Genesis Noir, The Gunk, the Halo Infinite campaign, which was pretty good. The multiplayer, the co-op, not so good, or lack thereof. New Super Lucky's Tale, Tell Me Why, great narrative story from the people behind Life is Strange, or one of the Life is Strange games anyway. Wasteland 3, Gears Tactics, Psychonauts 2, really good game. Forza Horizon 5, you can never go wrong with Forza. Grounded, Bard's Tale, Ori series is great. Bleeding Edge, Crackdown 3, The Outer Worlds, a sleeper title. Really good stuff. State of Decay, Wasteland, and of course you have things broken out by category. You have different games that are leaving soon. So what happens if a game is leaving soon and you want to play it? Well, here's the thing. Let's just use Coffee Talk as an example. Hey, I'm playing Coffee Talk. Oh crap, it's leaving soon. And I'm not going to be able to finish it before it leaves. You do actually have the opportunity to buy it at a discounted price. So if I go to the Xbox store, you'll see right here, $11.99 with Game Pass. You do get a bit of a discount there, which is pretty freaking awesome. It gives you different games based on what you played. So currently right now it has Control Ultimate Edition, the folks behind Alan Wake and Quantum Break and a bunch of other awesome games. Evil West, which is pretty cool. Hellblade 2, as I mentioned. Ghostwire Tokyo, that's definitely a trip. And yeah, the failure that was Redfall. You got your different benefits that it shows you right here. You get exclusive perks. You get access to EA Play. And you get various quests where you have opportunities to earn different points. And hey, you can even redeem those points for Xbox credit and buy stuff. You have other stuff like City Skylines, Crackdown 3, DayZ, various other Sandbox games. You got EA Play trials, including Formula 1, WRC, and one of my personal faves, UFC 5. Although I gotta say, kind of similar to UFC 4. I'm really glad I didn't buy it. You have Descenders, Moonlighter, SteamWorld Dig, different games broken out by multiplayer, because hey, if you're also paying for online play, you want to play with different people, right? So you also have, as I mentioned, Pal World, Sea of Thieves, Forza 4, NHL 24, Mortal Kombat 11, The Hunter, Road to the Masters, Diablo 4, which is one of my favorite games right now that I may or may not own on way too many platforms. And the nice thing with Diablo 4 is it's crossplay, meaning if you already have it on PlayStation for whatever reason you want to play on your Xbox, your progress carries over. Same thing with the Steam Deck and PC and vice versa. So that is pretty freaking cool. You got Dead Island 2, Goat Simulator 3. I love the team behind that game. Star Wars Battlefront 2, Stardew Valley, Battlefield, Ark, Ghost Recon, Bluey, Golf with Your Friends, Insurgency, Far Cry 6, For Honor, Need for Speed Heat, Wreckfest, Hell Let Loose, Watch Dogs 2, which was really good, Far Cry 5, UFC 3, Battlefield 1, Chivalry, Lego Star Wars, Titanfall 2, Injustice 2, Doom Eternal. I think y'all get the point. It's a whole lot of games. GoldenEye, Madden, Tomb Raider, etc. Gotham Knights. You have your various Metroidvania titles that are super popular, including Dead Cells, Hollow Knight, and the Ori series. You have fantasy right here, including some classics like the OG Fable trilogy. You have steampunk-themed games, including Dishonored 2, Alice Madness Returns. This is a sleeper you guys have to play. The original Dishonored. You have first-person shooters like Halo. You have games that are under 1 gig like Slay the Spire and Peggle. Horror games. I don't know if I'd make Batman a horror game per se, but hey, there are definitely some scary moments there. You have Dead Space Ignition, dungeon crawlers, and as you can see right here, it is broken out by various categories. And then if you want to browse all the games right here, you can. So you'll see the different ones that I've already mentioned and some I haven't mentioned. Anthem, I don't even know if that's still active anymore, but hey, I guess you could download it. You got various Assassin's Creed games right here because with Game Pass, you also get some Ubisoft classics like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is my all-time favorite Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You get all the Battlefield games, as I mentioned. You even get some OG Xbox games like Black and Fusion Frenzy and Blinks, Car Mechanic Simulator, City Skylines. The list goes on. And the nice thing, too, is if you see this little cloud button right here, that means you can play this game on the cloud. So if I click, it'll load up the little cloud gaming thing. It might take a little while depending on your internet connection, and you will be able to game on the cloud. And the nice thing with Game Pass Ultimate is if you have a mobile device that is compatible, like say an Android with the Xbox Game Pass app installed, you can play Xbox Game Pass games. Now, not all of them, and not all of them well, but you can still play. And if you're somebody like me who happens to have a Steam Deck, and maybe, just maybe, you're able to acquire a third-party app on the Steam store that allows you to stream Xbox Game Pass games depending on your internet connection. So the cloud's actually a pretty nice feature. And yeah, it seems to be running pretty well. Obviously, it's not going to be the same quality if you actually do a full installation on your hard drive, but it's still a nice thing to have. So the ultimate question now is what? Is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate worth it? And honestly, I gotta say, this is not a cop-out. It really depends. If Xbox is your primary console, I would say, you know what? It's probably a good idea. If you don't buy a lot of games, or maybe you haven't bought some games in a while, especially some of the newer, more recent games, it's a pretty good deal still, even though it's $20 a month. I totally understand why people would find it kind of, expendable in this day and age when you have groceries and all kinds of other streaming services. If this is your primary console and you're interested in a lot of the first-party games and you haven't had a chance to play a lot of these games that I've gone through, including Jedi Survivor here and Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which includes the entire trilogy, and the great Dragon Age Inquisition, y'all gotta play that. It's amazing. I would say at least try it for a couple months. Why not? It won't hurt, especially around the time that maybe one of your favorite games or a game you're interested in might be dropping on the service. Now, if you're somebody like me that has pretty much every console known to man, I have PlayStation Plus, the lowest tier, but still. I've had PlayStation Plus for years and added a lot of games to my collection. I have a Nintendo Switch with Nintendo Switch Online and a lot of games in my Switch collection. I have a PC I've had for a long time. I have a Steam Deck most recently. Of course, I have an Xbox Series X as well. Yeah, I even have an Xbox 360 and my PS2 still, and my N64. So if you're somebody like me that already has a lot of games and that's accustomed to buying a lot of games, especially for cheap on like those Steam holiday sales or those PlayStation Days of Play sales or whatever the case may be, this might not be for you. You might say, you know what, I've got more than enough games in my backlog. I don't need to play any of these new games. They got too many microtransactions and complicated UIs. I'm good. I can also understand if people say, you know what, I like some of these third-party games, but I don't really care about the first-party games because for the most part, in recent years, Microsoft has crapped the bed when it comes to first-party games. And hey, I don't blame you for thinking that. Yes, Forza's great, but Halo really dropped the ball. Redfall, absolute disaster. Starfield, there's a lot of people that do like it, but there's a lot of people that thought, it takes a little too long to get going, and it's not worth the Game Pass service. And again, I totally understand that. And look, a game like Still Wakes the Deep, which is critically acclaimed, or Harold Halibut, I understand. You might say, man, these are really good games to try, but are they worth an ongoing subscription? Even Call of Duty, for that matter. You might have Call of Duty, Black Ops, whatever. You might have Modern Warfare 3. You might say, you know what? I'm good just sticking with this Call of Duty. I know some people that still play Call of Duty Cold War and some people that still played Call of Duty World War II. I get it. It might not be enough to say, all right, I don't want to stay with the subscription. I would at least recommend, if you haven't already, to try it. But moving forward, I completely understand if you say, you know what, $20 a month is way too much for a gaming subscription service, even with day one. It really depends. If this is going to be your primary console and you ain't going to be buying some games in a while, then you might want to try it. Again, if you're somebody like me that goes deal hunting on Switch and Steam Deck and some other consoles, you might say, you know what? For those 3 months, I pay 60-something bucks. I could get a bunch of games on Steam or get some stuff on sale in the Xbox store. I totally get it, but I think it's, at the very least, it's worth the try. I will say this, I am not a fan of this price increase for existing subscribers because, hey, we've been here since it was $14.99, and this is getting pretty ridiculous. Things have only gotten more expensive. Life is expensive, and gaming, unfortunately, when it comes to subscription service, is one of the more expendable things on the docket, on that budget sheet. So I totally understand if you don't want to dive into Game Pass, but is it worth it? If it's your primary console, yes. If not, it's worth at least a try. But I will tell you this, if they dare to raise the price yet again, forget about it. Don't even bother making another console after that. Just don't. Just release your games on third party like Sega did and just get out of the gaming market because it's getting ridiculous. You can't disrupt the gaming market with Game Pass and then try to put toothpaste back in a tube. It ain't happening. They can try, but it ain't happening. But folks, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Xbox Game Pass? Are you a fan of the recent changes? Are you a fan of the recent games? Let me know. Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this review, please like, share. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more updates like this. And until next time, everybody, as always, enjoy the game.